Hey guys, I'm excited to tell you a little bit about the LeagueApps branded app. As you can see here, I'm on my phone's home screen. Don't mind all the notifications. I will get back to those people eventually. I'm going to go into our Sports Dog app here. This is our brand. Also to the left here, you see Harlem Shaskies. That's actually my adult hardball team, and I'll get into that after I go through the demo app here. But we have an app for that as well. So Sports Dog here, if I go in and log in, this is going to be your branded app. So rather than having a Sports Dog, you're going to have your logo, your color scheme, and you'll be having parents go and search for your actual organization's app in the App Store or Google Play Store. So I'm going to go ahead and log in here. Okay. Now, it's going to give you, if you're a coach, in addition to being a player or a staff member, you'll have permissions for both, and you'll see, as you know, it's possible to register as a staff member and register your children, which often happens in LeagueApps, so you have that ability in the app as well. So if I go in here as an assistant coach, what I'll see first is the next upcoming event. Okay, so you'll see the schedule there front and center. You'll have the ability to see who's RSVP'd for the upcoming practice, for example. If I go into that, I can see Brian is going, Greg is going, and see that very quickly here. And then if I want to go in and check in anyone that will be potentially coming to the practice, I can do that right here. Okay, so I could go in and actually check in Johnny. All right, and then that will actually send a notification to Johnny's parents saying that they checked in successfully to practice on that day. And I can see a list of who has been checked in, if other staff members are checking them in as well, and go from there. So if I go back in here and as a coach, all right, I can go into the roster here, and you'll see the roster is fully built out. It looks very clean with players' images and photos. And if I come in here, I can actually access any player or family, and it will give you a player profile with contact information for reaching out to that player or family. God forbid a kid gets hurt on the field, a coach can just pop this open and reach out directly, call, email, text the parents, and emergency contact info is right there front and center. So if I do go in here to call, it'll prompt me to use my phone's native calling app. If I want to go in and send a text message, it will take me into the text messaging app within the phone. Okay, and then same thing with email. Okay, the email is going to automatically prompt an email coming from my native email app. Okay. Now, I can also go in here as a coach and edit any staff-controlled field. So in this case, jersey number is a staff-controlled field. You'll have a couple other options if you set up the program that way, where a staff member could go in there and add jersey number, add data that was collected during tryouts or during some evaluation. But you'll have the ability to edit the player as a staff member there. Okay. Now, the other thing you'll be able to do is access the message board. Okay, so this message board is for the specific team. So I can go in here and post a message or reply to an existing thread based on what's happening on that day. So maybe it's hey, we're going to bring the black uniforms, or wear the black uniforms instead of the white, the gold instead of the silver, or who's bringing snacks today. And I would just pop this open and say, who's bringing snacks. Okay, and this will go to everybody in the team. Okay, and people will have an opportunity to reply with what sort of snacks they're bringing. Okay, now there's also standings in here. Now this is a league functionality. Right now we're sort of in a club team environment, but imagining that if you have a league and there are teams in that league, each team will be able to take advantage of this app tools as well, and then go in and see very easily the standings as they exist within your league. Okay. Let's see. I would say that about sums it up. I will actually pop back out and show you my my adult league app as well. So I am this is actually the Harlem Shaskies is my team. Okay, so I am both a player and a coach on this team. So I can go in as the coach here. And I can see the full schedule. It was a summer league, so there's nothing upcoming. But I can go in here and see what was happening over the summer in terms of games, in terms of, we didn't practice much. We were just a bunch of old men trying to continue to keep the dream alive. But if I did want to add something in the fall, I could go in here and add an event, okay? Add a location, add any kind of note, and this will go out as a push notification to everybody on my team, okay? Now, if I go into the roster, there's some interesting names and bios. I'll go into my bio here as the shortstop. But as you can see, it connects. It has the information to contact me, so any of my fellow teammates could reach out to me directly, email me, text me, or call. And as the coach, I also have access to go in here and edit any player's details. Okay, so this, as you can see, there are additional fields here that have been collected. And I have the ability to go in here and edit those fields as the coach. All right. Now, this is something that, let me just go in and show you the App Store real quick. This is the big kicker, okay? So I can actually search for my team here, all right? Or I can go in here and search for, another LeagueApps partner. And I see that their app pops up right away. I can go in here and see that other apps that are developed by LeagueApps exist here. And as you can see, each one is branded the organization with their logo, their color schemes, and parents can find them very easily in the App Store. And keeps your brand front and center, keeps people engaged, keeps people coming back and being a part of your organization year over year. So I'm excited to talk more. Let me know if you have any questions.
We're going to fly out tomorrow night at 9:15.